The Dallas Mavericks have been juiced. They've been one of the hottest teams in the National Basketball Association. 9-1, and actually 10-0 in their last 6. They were 9-1 before the game.
No, they're 9-1 now after the last 10.
Let me double check.
No, I saw it during last night's Jason Kidd post game speech. 9-1 last 10.
9-1.
Yeah.
Just had it. I was wanting to say 10-0. Hey, they're gonna be 10-0.
Hey,
I was just speaking in the future.
You're jacked. You're pumped.
The fact that, and we're gonna get into some specifics of what happened in last night's game because it was a thriller. Some role players stepped up.
Wild.
I mean, one of the best Mavs games of the year, if not the best. But I do want to touch on this quickly just to give a refresher. The Dallas Mavericks were 11th in the Western Conference a week and a half ago, maybe not even that long ago. And I told you, you rattle off a couple W's, you're going to start creeping.
Well, that's the thing.
And where are they at right now, Freddie, in the Western Conference? Third. Right above the Memphis Grizzlies. Your Dallas Mavericks sit at 14-8. Only teams above them are the Houston Rockets at 15-7 and the Oklahoma City Thunder at 16-5, who you will be playing in?
The quarterfinals. Hello. The NBA Cup.
Who hosts?
What are we calling this
It's
thing?
the Emirates NBA Cup. I just want to see. I didn't even know how I could toss it up to see if you could guess.
I did know it was the Emirates, though, because that's that fancy airliner.
Yes. So the NBA Cup, this is how it'll work. It is single elimination.
By the way, I do appreciate you sending over that breakdown from the NBA Communications explaining how all these games work. And it makes sense that they kind of have like this, like stock of games ready to go. Like, okay, for you losers that are going to go back to just playing regular basketball, you guys get to do this.
So I kind of want to sit on that for a second, and then we can get into last night's game. So right now in the West quarterfinals, there's 4 teams that made it.
Yep.
4 on each side. So it's the Thunder are the 1 seed versus the Mavericks. It will be played in Oklahoma City, and that game will be on the 14th.
Okay, which is 10 days from today.
Correct.
For those of you, yeah.
And then Tuesday, 9:30.
That's next Saturday.
Is that next Saturday? Tuesday at 9:30?
No, Tuesday at 9:30 would be next Tuesday at 9:30. The following Saturday will be Saturday.
The following Saturday? Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not Tuesday. Okay, it says Tuesday, 9:30. So what day would that be if I was thinking it was the 14th? What's the next closest Tuesday?
That would be the 10th.
Probably. What's the one after that?
That's the 14th, which is that Saturday.
No, it's on Tuesday, though. I'm telling you.
Okay, so the Tuesday's the 10th because today's the 4th.
Okay, so what's the Tuesday after the 10th?
The 17th.
17th. That'll be the first game. Love how we got to that.
Okay. I'm glad we don't do like haiku math days because maybe that's what we needed. Throw into the extra credit segment that Mr. Blake is so eager and excited for. We'll have to work in a math segment somewhere. You good with that?
No.
Okay.
When it came to it's a 10th. It's a 10th. I looked it up.
It's amazing you make it anywhere on time.
They played Tuesday.
These haikus better be killer today.
They played Tuesday, December 10th at 8:30 p.m. our time.
Okay.
In Oklahoma City. And then you've got the Rockets and Warriors Wednesday, the 11th.
The 11th. I see what you did there. The day after.
9:30 Eastern time. Rockets or the Warriors will be playing in Houston. So a lot of it's all happening in the South.
Come on now.
All happening in the South.
Come on now.
When the Mavericks win, they'll be playing the winner of the Rockets and Warriors on December 14th.
Okay, so to bring it all full circle.
That's the day I was thinking.
Okay, there you go. I've already
put them there.
You've got the Mavericks in Blake's universe have already beaten the OKC Thunder.
They've already done
it. Will be playing on Saturday. You're manifesting that. We're ready for it. I'm here for it. I love to hear it. And look, I would love to see them play the Rockets. We talked a little bit about this last night because
I think that's what's going to happen.
Because when the graphic popped up on the TV last night, that's who they had them playing initially. From the 8-1-2, are these games factored into the 82-game season, or are they in addition to? Take it away,
I'm glad you asked because I had these same questions.
We talked about this last night.
Fred asked me this question last night, so I'll make it nice and clear for you guys. The game that I just referred to, Mavs versus Thunder, and then the semifinal playing the winner of Rockets Warriors, these games will count for your 82-game schedule. They will count as wins and losses. The only game in the NBA Cup that does not count is the championship.
Is the title game.
Is the title game.
Okay.
Other than that, all of these games count, and it is single elimination, so the worst you can do is go 0-1. I saw someone comment on Twitter like, oh, what if they go 0-2? It's like, well, that single elimination, so that will not happen. And you might be saying, well, Blake, what happens to the teams that didn't make the NBA Cup? Are they going to be playing games? Yes, they will.
Yeah.
So on December 12th, they've added games for Boston will be playing the Detroit Pistons.
And
then
throw the records out.
On the 15th, Boston will be playing the Washington 2-win Wizards. Now, the reason I bring this up and want to touch on this quickly, a lot of people have been talking about on Twitter, is there a little bit of, I don't want to say gamesmanship, but missing the in-season tournament's not the worst thing for your record? It's 2 games. It's 2 games.
Okay, who in their right mind is saying that?
There was some people on Twitter saying it because the Mavs.
Dude, here's what you want to do. Play high-level basketball, which is what you and I talked about last night, and we saw that from this Mavericks team, and that's what I think. I wasn't a huge proponent of the in-season tournament, not because I thought it was like, oh, my God, extra basketball, but it was just kind of like, all right, you're slapping lipstick on a pig and trying to tell us, you're peeing down our leg and telling us it's raining, okay? Like, I'm not here for that. That being said, I don't know that what we saw last night, short of like competing for a playoff spot in March, early April, you're going to see that kind of high-level basketball on a random Tuesday night in early December.
And you get the cool courts.
I mean, whatever. I could care less about what the court looks like. I just want to see good basketball.
Well, good basketball you did see. So just to wrap up this talk, the teams that didn't make it, the other teams, they will be getting 2 game schedules added that will be played on the 12th through the 16th. So some games are on the 12th, some on the 13th, some on the 15th, some on the 16th to add to those games so that they're not missing the 2 games that will be played. Championship game, like I said, is not part of your 82-game schedule, just an extra game in the season. You might be saying, Blake, well, why would you even want to play for this? Here's why.
Skrilla.
Players who lose in the quarterfinals. So as long as this is the game, we're in the quarterfinals, right? Fred?
Say that again?
The Mavs are already in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, they're in the quarterfinals right now.
So if they were to lose, every player on the team gets $51,000.
Right now. 51 G's.
You lose this game.
Bam.
If you lose in the semifinals, so you beat the Thunder and you lose to the Warriors or Rockets, you get $102,000.
There you go. I see where you're going with this.
If you lose in the championship game, you get $205,000.
Nice.
And then if you lose, or excuse me, if you win the NBA Cup, you get $500,000. And now you might be saying, Blake, to Luka Doncic, that's nothing. To Kyrie Irving, that's nothing.
Baloney.
But to Brandon Williams, to Markieff Morris,
Markieff Morris
is good.
He's made.
To Omax Prosper.
Oh, to those dudes, it's all important. But look, you ain't gonna tell me Kyrie Irving ain't trying to win $500,000.
He is.
You're gonna tell me Luka Doncic ain't trying to make
$500,000. I can go buy a watch. I can go buy my girl a present.
Give it to your family.
And here you go.
I can go buy half a country in Slovenia for crying out loud with half
knock out your Christmas shopping right there. There's my Christmas budget.
Knocking out all next year's Christmas shopping too.
So that is what is at stake. On the other side of the bracket is going to be the Knicks.
When's the championship?
The championship, I'm glad you asked. So
you're welcome.
The initial games played at their home arenas.
10th, 11th, 14th. That's when we're gonna have the Western Conference figured out.
Semifinals are gonna be the 14th on the East and the West side.
Okay.
They will be played in Las Vegas. And then
what happens?
And then December 17th will be the NBA championship. The NBA Cup.
The Emirates NBA Cup.
Championship, December 17th, 8:30 in the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas for $500,000. On the other side, you got Bucks versus Magic and Knicks Hawks. My prediction, I got Mavs beating the Thunder, Avi. I got the Rockets beating the Warriors.
Yep.
And I got the Mavs beating the Rockets. And I think all these games are going to be close. I think you see 0 blowouts. I think every single one of these games.
Hey, you got money on the line.
I think every single one of these games coming down to like the final 5 minutes.
100%. I'm with
in the
you on
Eastern
that.
Conference, you got Bucks Magic. I got the Magic winning that one.
I know you do.
No Paolo.
Yeah, I'm gonna give the Bucks the edge on this because I see Giannis going for about 50.
Just wait. Wait till you see that boy Franz Wagner.
I'm not saying Franz ain't that dude.
You're going to see Franz Wagner in prime time. He's on League Pass.
You want to put something on it?
Oh, we could
Coffee for a Razzleberry?
Coffee for a Razzleberry.
Right.
Franz Wagner drops 30.
Are you off the Razzleberry, though?
Just one day. One day break.
All right, just a question.
Arizona Fruit Punch, a great substitute.
Okay.
Franz Wagner's going to drop 30 on the Giannis-led Bucks, and they're going to beat them 112 to 108.
112 to 108. I'm going to go 117, 114. Bucks, yes.
And then at the bottom of the bracket, a real interesting one, Knicks, Hawks. The Hawks are just such a weird team. They have beaten the Celtics and the Cavs, but they've also lost to, I believe, like the Nets and the Wizards.
Don't sleep on the Nets, though. There's something about the Nets are scrappy.
They're in the playoffs right now.
I love the Nets, man. The Nets are
Dorian
scrappy.
Finney-Smith, Cam
Don't
Johnson.
sleep on my boy Jalen Wilson coming off the bench.
So in that one, I got the Knicks winning.
I got the Knicks.
Bucks. I got Knicks Magic. And I got the Magic going all the way, baby.
Wow.
The NBA Cup. Wow. I think they're going to be this year's Indiana Pacers.
If Paolo's in that, I'm saying I'm with you 110%. I think they lose. Well, I think they lose in the first round. But
I got them going all the stinking way, playing against the Mavericks. I think that's a defensive battle where it's going to be tough for the Mavericks to score. Orlando plays really good defense, and then the Mavs win 120-114 in the NBA Emirates Cup champion.
I like where your head's at. I'm going to go with just because the Knicks thing it kind of entices me a little bit, just for the simple fact that I like the Brunson Mavericks redo, but you just blew them out a week or two ago, so that's not that's not doing it for me. I want to see this Bucks team. I want to see the Bucks because the Bucks have something to prove. Like that's a team that. And I think in some ways Giannis has some. I mean, Dame we already know has something to prove, but Giannis, it's like, all right, man, you got off to a slow start.
They've turned it back around.
No, they have, and like sometimes I think we kind of give Giannis a pass because he's such a nice and friendly and goofy guy. Like, be that dude, okay? Because look, we have no problem busting Luka Doncic. Okay, every other superstar. I mean, Giannis doesn't get half the hate that Kevin Durant gets. Hell, probably even 3/4 of the hate.
Well, he has
Kevin
done a lot
Durant
of things
gets.
that Kevin Durant does. It helps when you've stayed on your team. When you've stayed on the team to draft you get a lot of cachet.
I'll give you that, but at the same time too, it's like, all right, so because you've blown leads and been just average, we're going to go ahead. But because you stayed with Milwaukee, we're going to go ahead and give you a pass. No. I want to see Giannis be that dude, and I want to see a superstar matchup, Luka v. Giannis, December 17th, Emirates NBA Cup.
Hey, I'm not mad
for
at it.
$500,000.
I'm not mad at it. I think the fun thing is this will be kind of an igniter to the NBA season for casual fans and maybe haven't been as locked in. I think this will be a good time for fans to watch these players on prime time.
You poo-pooed one of my texts, by the way, earlier today.
I'm sorry.
You poo-pooed one of my texts.
This will be prime time. So these won't be locally broadcast. These will all be nationally televised 100%. Games.